Hey guys, and welcome back to MCK series. I hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, I'll be talking about toxic relationship. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. If you're new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing if you like what I'm doing here. I read this story on Facebook, and the person who shared this story shared it towards late end of last year. But I feel the lesson from this story is still valid, so I decided to share it on this channel. The woman was suspecting the husband or still having relationship with the ex-girlfriend. So on this fateful day, the man was answering a call and the woman grabbed the phone, saying to the man, "Oh, you started again. Two of us are going to die tonight." But the man never took her serious. He thought she was joking. After their argument, when the man retired to bed, the woman went and brought a gallon full of fuel and poured all over their flat and set the flat ablaze. Before the neighbors could quench the fire, the woman had already died on the spot. But the man sustained a lot of injuries, so when they took him to the hospital, he couldn't survive it. He died. The reason why I'm making this video is because some people think that men do not face domestic violence. In some homes, women beat up their husbands, and nobody get to hear that because you believe that a man is a head of the home. A man is supposed to be strong, so the man doesn't feel comfortable sharing the story with other people, and you see some men dying in silence. If you're a man watching this video and you're passing through hell in your home, kindly speak out so that people can help you, because some of these things, if you don't speak out, by the time you know it, you start developing other problems. Mental problem is also there. Also remember that a problem shared is self-solved, and also think about your mental health. This is highly unacceptable. If you're in a marriage and you know that the relationship is very toxic, I will advise you to simply leave that relationship, because it doesn't make sense killing somebody all in the name of love. I think this woman is a bit lucky that she died, otherwise she would have been arrested for homicide. She killed somebody all in the name of love. You don't do things like that. If you know that you're not able to cope with a man who cheats, then you pack your things and live peacefully instead of killing somebody. I don't understand some women, when you are in a marriage and you see it is not working, instead of you to pack your bags and baggages and leave the marriage, you decide to stay put. Anyway, I don't advise people dying in marriage. I prefer you running for your life when you know that the marriage is not okay for you, is very toxic. However, a toxic relationship can be repaired when two of you are committed to working on it. If he refuses to change or try to understand their feeling and your needs, then there is nothing then that can be done and your only choice is to leave. Personally, I don't like divorce. I'm not a fan of divorce. But when a relationship gets very toxic to a certain level that somebody is thinking of killing the other person, at this point, I think it's better for the two parties to find their ways, to go their separate ways. It doesn't make sense staying together with your enemy because you are risking your life. You don't know what will happen the next minute. The man can decide to kill you off. The woman can decide to set you ablaze, like the case you're seeing now. So I think when relationship gets bad, everybody finds their level. I know the society discriminates against women who are not married and women who are divorced. But to me, instead of dying in marriage, it's better for me to be divorced and stay single. At the end of the day, you might be lucky to find somebody, find love in another person who will appreciate you and love you the way you are. Some women, instead of them to leave their marriage, they know that it's not okay. If a man is cheating, the woman will also want to cheat. One. That one is even the worst. If your man is cheating and you don't like what he's doing, the best thing for you is to leave that marriage. Don't even manage it. Because if you don't leave that marriage, the man will think that you're enjoying it. And for you to start going out with other men is making it worse. I know culturally, they say African man is polygamous, but we need to come to terms to that. A man is not allowed to cheat, just like a woman is not allowed to cheat. Because two of you had vow the day you had their wedding that you're going to be faithful to each other. So to me, if a man is cheating, it's a no-no. And a woman, you can't retaliate or you cannot take a revenge by cheating. That one is even worse. So if a man is cheating and you don't like it, then you walk out of the marriage than staying there and deceiving yourself. However, as a Christian, you can decide to forgive and forget and get on with the marriage. You don't need to go out and start going after other men. You forgive and forget. And for the women who are already finished the relationship with their man and still want to hang on, I don't know what you're doing there. Because the man saw you and now went and married a woman, another woman, then what are you doing there? What do you think you want to do other than to cause problem in the marriage or in the homes? So ladies, I don't think it's right. When a man lives with another woman, just let them be. Let them enjoy their marriage. If you don't have a job, go and get one. Because most often it's because of the financial gains that make women not to want to leave a man even when he's married. You prefer to be sleeping with him. You're wasting your life. Get a life, empower yourself so you can help yourself financially. Don't be a homebreaker, because what goes around comes around. You think you can do it to a woman and get away with it. Don't worry, it's going to come to your own when you have your own partner. I don't know why women like pulling one another down, most especially in marriage. Just in a situation, in a place when a woman doesn't have a male child, in some culture, a male child is highly valued because they're the one that keep the name of the family. Why the ladies are married out? Some of these women, when they see that a woman doesn't have a male child, they want to get close to the man to see if they'll be able to have a male child for the man. But the question I ask, are you God? How can you know whether you are going to give birth to a male child? But some people, they don't mind. They stick their head there and see how it goes around. Some people have finally succeeded in kicking out the first woman because they're able to give birth to a male child, which I think is not too good. And in some cases, ladies have baby for a man who is married, and most especially when they know that the wife has not been able to have a baby. They do it so that the man will send the wife away and marry them. I don't know why women like doing that. Some men cannot spend money in their homes. They can't even provide for daily bread, and they give the girlfriends a lot of money. So I don't know the reason for this. If you know, kindly leave comment below for me. I will check it out. But remember, charity begins at home. It's even stated in the Bible that a man who cannot take care of his family is worse than an infidel. I don't know why we love marriage so much in this part of the world. We're always looking for men to validate us. I don't get it. I don't know why we are so obsessed with marriage. If you can't find a soulmate, somebody that can love you the way you are, then you forget it. It's not a crime to be single. And the last time I checked, you don't need to be married before you get to heaven. Because sometimes some women, they see the red flag. Even while in relationship, they get to see the red flags around the man, but they don't consider it to be very, very important. Then when they get into the marriage, they want to make the man to behave the way they want. It doesn't work like that. During relationship, you have to watch out for red flags. If you have any red flags that you cannot tolerate, then you find your way before it gets to consummation of the marriage. I rather prefer people taking precautionary measures during dating than when you get into the marriage, because marriage does not change anybody. So it's better you watch out for the red flags while you're dating. Some of these signs can include ego. When somebody is so egocentric, the person doesn't sacrifice. He or she always like to take and not to give. Lack of trust. When there is no trust, there's no need getting into that relationship. Because sometimes I see people, they marry, but at the end of the day, they don't trust their spouse, they don't trust their partners. So I keep asking them, why is it that you marry somebody that you never trusted? If you don't trust somebody, then there's no need committing marriage into the person's care. There is no need going into relationship with somebody you never trusted. Because no matter what the person does, you always find a way to complain. You're gonna keep finding faults. In some people, in their relationship, they feel so drained, as if they're in a battle with somebody. Even when they give ordinary advice, the person doesn't take it. When they suggest some things, they feel their suggestion is not relevant. In any relationship where your opinion is not valued, that means you don't have a voice. There's no need going on with that relationship, because at the end of the day, you're going to feel drained and exhausted, because in the reality, some people never value their spouses. They think they're stupid. Any contribution you're making to that relationship doesn't count. In earnest, some people think that being submissive to a partner means losing your rights, but they don't know that you still have rights while in marriage. We are all equally entitled to our human rights without discrimination. And human rights are rights inherent to all human beings. So don't allow anybody make you lose your self-worth because of your age or your gender, because at a stage, all this affect directly or indirectly your self-confidence. Run away from any relationship in a hostile atmosphere, most especially when your partner does not allow you to see or relate to your family and friends. Avoid persistent unreliability. Some people are so unreliable that you cannot trust them for anything. At the end of the day, they become so irresponsible that you cannot hold them accountable for their actions. Yeah, having said all this, I think if you still want to continue with your toxic relationship, fine, you can, but you make sure that two of you are committed to working on it, because one person does not carry a relationship. It takes two to tango. So you need to take two of you to work it out. Otherwise, there's no need being there. Whenever you find yourself in a toxic relationship, you can as well seek help from friends, family, and professionals to commit to change. Always express your feelings, make a decision and stick with your decision, and always surround yourself with positivity. Learn to be free and open, because some people, they have problems they don't get to discuss with anybody. They keep bottling it up. When you bottle up your problems, before you know it, you start having a depression, which can lead to mental issues. So be careful the way you treat your mental health. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just remember that marriage does not change anybody. So the little faults you can live with, you can go ahead and continue relationship with the person. But those are big ones, those are big red flags you think you cannot manage with, instead of bothering your head, bothering your mind, you better keep off from it and keep yourself healthy and safe. It doesn't make sense dying in marriage. I will say it again, and I will still say it over and over again. The moment you die, your own has ended. I've seen some men, once their wives die, even the day of the burial, they're sleeping with a woman. And again, if they love you so much, they can give you one month. There are some people, if they are really, really in love with you, they can give you more than 1 year before they replace you with another woman, but definitely they're going to replace you. Let's keep the conversation on. Leave your comments below, and I will see you in my next one. Remember to share this video with family and friends, and subscribe if you've not done already. Bye.